Sabbatical Month of Scorching Heat, our Ramadan, 1438. When I had realized that Ramadan would start the Sabbath, the seventh day of the week, our sunset of Friday, the 26th of May, 2017, and I would be alone in my observances more than any previous Ramadan, I decided to give the month the theme of black, our sabbatical Ramadan, 1438, being the 9th month of the year, and the 9th month being a fasting month, where the scripture is gone over publicly according to Jeremiah 36, 9 through 32, I am surprised with the Sunday thing and various other non-biblical observances that no Christian church of those I know the name of follow those commandments or recommendations. Experiencing and understanding the prayer of pauses, Tarawih as-Salat. As I have done in previous years, I've decided to share about what we went over in a group. I was not able to attend a Jumat masjid, congregational place of prostration, for the voluntary prayers known as Tarawih as-Salat, extended making contact in congregation, except the following nights, which I share of my experience and understanding of in the following. From the 2nd of the 9th month of 1438, Al-Quran 2, 127 through 176. A spiritual lineage is more important than one's hereditary lot. A blast of pink and yellow appeared, and my feet were hot. There was a bubbling up and a crawling on my skin, before hearing of the lawful and the wholesome to put in the pot. Serenity, directing, and further meaning came to my head with the greater love of what I worship and a conception of what we should not. Parables of obedience and rebellion will ever be taught. From the 15th of the 9th month of 1438, Al-Quran 4, 19 through 64. There is an authority in this world that is over me, and I was comfortably numb. With black spots and lavender, I was struck dumb. There's a choice for marriage and whom we serve. With obligations and transgression, all will get what they deserve. Intoxication, excretion, and copulation keep away from ritual prayer. By dry ablutions or washing, when available, all can go to the place there. What, without repentance, is the unforgivable sin? Without misassociation and distortion, the rest of life is a time to begin. For the 16th of the 9th month of 1438, Al-Quran 12, 20 through 111. Save us from the opposing desires. Save the prisoners from the misleading dogmas. Save the secular rulers from being without spiritual surpluses. The bliss flows from head to toe, and some come to power. What were the 3 lessons of the shirts in that hour? Should a father trust a son, and I still continued to shudder? Yet, again, the analgesia flowed down among the comfort of a brother. Silently my eyes, wet with tears, at the confirmation of another. The 17th of the 9th month of 1438, Surah 94 through 95, and 97 through 114. Now, I don't remember the exact order, but these were what was gone over. White streaks abounded with the mention of the greatest noise. White flashes were among examples of who denies the religion. White psychic snow was everywhere, with the roles to accept for what is worshipped. Ecstatic shudders went from my hair to the carpet's cleft. Change our hearts and conditions from where we are bereft. My sabbatical, Black Ramadan, 1438 media releases. With this year's increase in health, my level of production of public teachings was at an all-time high, with its 147 videos on my YouTube page. https://youtube.com/channel UCBA 2JZJS QKHE7Y7B7YDIPOG. I decided to change my Quran sharing month to Ramadan. I thought, what is a better place is there than in a masjid or musalla to do such? So, I was in this room. Therefore, started to go over the E.H. Palmer translation and commentary with my YouTube audience, and what spiritual beings inhabited or witnessed my family's chapel, our temple room. We dedicated it as Musalla al-Wadud on May 19th, 2017, of the Common Era, or the 22nd of the 8th month, 1438. I introduced it here, but further work and moving in it has occurred. https://www.youtube.com/watch v=dm3 gmunsboc. On 6/18/2017 of the Common Era, or the 22nd of Ramadan in 1438, I posted the last of my presentation on the E.H. Palmer translation and Musalla al-Wadud. It is here, https://www.youtube.com/watch v=v jmhh 9g _TNW and index =1 and T =10 S and list =PLUUP YNQCVVE to YPJPYEG PHVE BIBIC 62B-0 or oh. It is my intention to present a Quran translation for every Ramadan till I have gone over all the ones I legally can share publicly. After going over that chapter with my father, I recorded my solo presentation of How the Great Religions Began by Joseph Gar, Part 4, Mohammedanism, Flaming Sword of the Desert in Musalla al-Wadud. The videos can be found here, https://www.youtube.com/watch v=x UHQTSEWH4 and index =1 and list =PLUUP YNQCVVE2 OZGEHP CRKNL HJC LJSSR80 and T =25S. The highlights of my first 14 sets of sleeping in Musalla al-Wadud were mentioned in with that, as well as my intentions in Ramadan 1438. Another text selection Oh, the Quran list had the first 14. After sharing text selections which I've gone over with my father earlier in the month, and shared was the Viking Portable Library's World Bible, edited by Robert O. Ballow, the Muslim. https://www.youtube.com/watch equals V equals underline EQLA underline T6Z FY and list equals PLUUPYN QCVVE 3 minus ZLF8 TGNT 4 QSDNH JGDGNQ and index equals 1. I finished my 146 plus however many failed recordings there were presentations with an old school paper about the view of religion within a textbook entitled Civilization Past and Present. https://www.youtube.com/watch equals V equals 7UGZF2GEBTM and list equals PLUUPYNCVVE. Presumably, if those are 00W 4 1B5M 9HY2IE 5DUNBBHH and index equals 1 and T equals 25S. Then was this year's video that included mention of the points of the sacred year and the solar year. https://www.youtube.com/watch equals V equals 4Y WPG6E OYCC and index equals 31 and list equals PLUUPYNQCVVE 1 NRTDYLVHZFFA6 GD2IDX 0K and T equals 28S. My account of Ramadan as a whole and the rest of my retreats in Musalla al-Wadud should be presented following this paper you are reading. The second and final period of Qalwa, retreat or emptying out, visions are dreams. Between 3 something and 4 something a.m. on Monday, the 19th of June, 2017, are the 10th hour of the night of 24/9/1438, I had an experience where I saw as if I had a rainbow-colored body of twice my size around my physical body as I laid in Musalla al-Wadud. I felt gel-like in this form, like a deep-sea creature with different colored lights, our science fiction being with a rainbow of colors in what is almost clear. I was left like I got 3 times the less than a third a good night's sleep, which I did. Between around 11:30 p.m. of Monday the 19th and 1:43 a.m. of Tuesday the 20th of June 2017 are the 4th through 7th hour of the night of the 25th of the 9th month of 1438. There were neon dots in the darkness that formed a layer around things as I sunk into a silent, peaceful sleep. After 2:43 a.m. on Wednesday, the 21st of June, or the 9th hour of the night. Oh, the former was the Tuesday, the 20th. The silent neon dot part. After 2:43 a.m. on Wednesday, the 21st of June, 2017, are the ninth hour of the night of the 26th of the ninth month of 1438, I saw like an old city, made entirely of mud, brick, and stone. It was deserted, but neat and clean. I felt drifty in a very aware sort of way during this. Between 12:38 and 3 a.m. are within the 6th through 10th hour of the night of the 27th of the ninth month of 1438, something bright came out of the eastern ceiling to join me in Musalla al-Wadud. It descended with its fan or fin-shaped form to the floor in the middle of the bookshelves with a peculiar, tranquil presence. The room was filled with colors like oil on water in the sunlight, and I washed over by more flows of analgesia and some anesthetic bliss. Than I can recall. Oh, with more than I can recall. I needed maybe an hour and a half less sleep than usual, and felt well rested, as that would have given me in the day. After 2:28 a.m. on Friday, the 23rd of June, 2017, are the ninth hour of the night of the 28th of the ninth month of 1438. I saw many colored sparks tightly bunched together. After 1:19 a.m. on Saturday, the 24th of June, are the 7th through 11th hours of the night of the 29th of the ninth month of 1438. I saw many different, fragmented, and colored forms in the darkness working as one. There was a dragging and blurring effect to feeling and seeing. I was hypersensitive at some point during all of this. I will leave it up to the reader and listener to interpret the subjective nature of my experience of these 20 nights of mini retreat in Musalla al-Wadud, which left me as if I had an hour or more sleep than I did. Why, in sensual and psychological terms, did it seem about half as effective, or twice as long to have the same amount of an effect as the itikaf, or seclusion, done in a congregational, the Friday sermon that's given there, masjid, which I performed in some or all of the last 10 or 11 nights and days of Ramadan, 1421 through 1437, at the location of Masjid al-Nur. The end of Ramadan, 1438. I felt this strange warmness. It wasn't the heat, but something else. It wasn't the first time I had felt this way. I looked at the time and saw that the sun was setting that Saturday, the 24th of June, 2014. I broke my fast and went to Musalla al-Wadud to say the evening orisons that are called Maghrib as-Salat. It was time for the holiday of breaking of the fast, Eid al-Fitr, and the changing the regular remembrance for those 3 days to what translates as God, in the Arabic singular form, is greater than blank, repeated 3 times. There is nothing worthy of worship except the astonishing, is said. Then God, in the Arabic definitive form, is the greatest, is said twice. Finally, one says, and to Allah is the praise. https://www.youtube.com/watch question V equals UI 5JAK either O or 0 EHZK. I closed this month with an artistic message about both the sacred and solar year, leaving us with the message of rising darkness and asking what side we will choose. Now that the gates of hell are open and the non-human demons are set free to have their influence, what effect did last month have on you? Or some other ninth month, the sacred year. What is it doing that you may not be aware of? How will you carry it on to the future? How could you be better at it next time? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.